Council to order, please rise and follow in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Brandon, would you call the roll, please?
Kelly Karaman. Here. Bill Lopez.
Here.
James Burge.
Here.
Don Kraft.
Here.
And Laura Madigan is absent.
Okay, there's four of us here. We have a quorum. Move on to approval of the minutes of the May 12th meeting.
I'll make motion to approve.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions regarding the minutes as presented? Hearing none, all in favor of approving, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Move on next to consideration of claims and sewer adjustments. Look for a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
A motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
A motion and a second. Any questions regarding the claims or sewer adjustments? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Approved. Move on to petitions and comments from the floor. If there's somebody here who'd like to bring some forth to the council, please step up to the lectern, state your name and address for the record, tell us what's on your mind.
I'm Trent Albert, 1420 Waverly Road. I'm here on behalf of the Chester and Porter Rotary Club. We're doing the Fourth Fest coming up, the Porter Fourth Fest. And we'd like to help with branding of that with a banner sign, two-sided banner sign to hang across the roadway. Is there any roadway in town that could do that? I went around, I didn't really see one. I was wondering if we could take over maybe the one over 20 on that bridge, just to make a banner that says the 4th of July Fest, Hawthorne Park.
Oh, the pedestrian bridge?
Could we hang a banner on both sides of that possibly? Because that's the only one I could see that would go across the roads anywhere in this town.
The state technically prohibits that. Now, if we could maybe possibly get hold of somebody and get approval. And the other, that's probably the best spot, because anywhere else, telephone poles, we can't do anything like that. So
Yeah.
that'd be the best thing, but it is prohibited. We could try, we got a couple contacts to see what they would say.
I remember seeing they did it with the birding, yeah. So if we could have that number, make those calls as well, if you could help us with that, that would be awesome.
You have a contact?
I got a couple I could try, or if they're not the ones that could give the approval, they know who to talk to. So, yeah, give me a couple days and,
And then how far out
I'll
would
get
you
back
think
to you.
about putting it up,
A
Charlie?
week before,
Oh, just a week before?
yeah, and then leave it up a week after, just so that we have recognition of the event.
that's getting close, so,
That'll be here before you know it.
yeah.
Right, we've also had an idea that if we could stencil the North Porter Fourth Fest logo on the parade route with chalk paint on a number of places, to do that throughout the town, to do the entire parade route with that, and like a Chester and Porter Rotary logo, then a Fourth Fest logo, Chester Porter Road, so just a continuation of the parade. So we could have that, we'd probably put that out the day before, it will wash out the time for summer rains. So if we have your permission to do that, we would proceed with that and get those stencils made.
I don't see any issue with that. Anybody?
I don't have an issue with that.
Can I make a recommendation if they're gonna do that? Either somebody, streets, police, us,
Yes,
give them some type of protection if they don't have,
Oh, while they're doing it?
while they're doing it.
Sure.
That'd be great.
They'll need some type of safety
Oh.
precaution to protect them while.
yeah, we got bright green, bright yellow, but yeah, we could do that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, some
I would like somebody
That'd
to
be
vehicle with lights
protect.
or something in the roadway.
Yep,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, that would go without saying. We don't want anyone getting run over while you're.
Right,
So before they do it, you'll contact.
yes.
Just contact the police department.
Police department,
Somebody, yep.
that'd be great, we'll set that up.
Thank you.
As soon as I get the stencils together, I'll tell you what we got.
Sounds good.
And if you can get back to us on whether we can, I need 10 days to get a banner together. So I need to know whether we can
We're
get it.
already pushing, if you wanted a week before.
We're
already
So around the
too far over.
27th, plus another, let's say, 10 days, we need to know in the next week if we can do that.
Week or two.
It's already,
Today's the
That's-
26th of
yeah,
May.
so,
Four. 4 weeks
Oh,
would be the 23rd of
Yeah,
June.
you're a
Never
month
mind,
off.
I'm a month off.
That's okay.
You were-
It's my Monday, you'll have to
I
forgive
felt
me.
like you were rushing summer for me. Just started.
Well, that would be great, and if we can't do it there, if we could just get communication, because then where could we put 2 banner signs? Could we put one along Hawthorne Park?
The other way,
We just want to get people
I would
out.
suggest like the, who puts, at Hawthorne, who does?
Oh, the
it?
Exchange Club?
The Exchange
Yes.
Club puts that up there at the
Right.
corner of Waverly and,
Yeah, we can put some snow fence stakes up or something if they
Yeah.
wanna put it in the yard, but
but yeah,
across the road
Would
would
be
be
cool.
difficult anywhere.
but you should be able to get an answer in a day or two and.
Oh, yeah, I'd say by Thursday afternoon, I'll have an answer.
If you could-
Or, know how long it's gonna be.
And if not, could we put one in the parks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you could go ahead and get your.
We'll get the banners made, so the size would depend on whether we can do that, so we'll measure it for that, and then go from there. So if you could communicate through Brian with that, we'll get that other stuff going and see what we can
Are
do.
we good with doing it by consensus? We don't need a motion or anything to approve. I think everyone's agreeable on it.
Okay.
Very good, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
Thank you to Rotary Club for their partnering with us in that.
We're looking forward to it. We've got Together as the band, and we've got a lot of good things happening. So the Westchester Historical Society is going to be there as a part of doing games and activities and a booth as well. So
Good.
getting bigger and better.
Bigger every year, good. Good.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else like to bring something forth to the council? If not, we'll close that portion of the meeting and move on to reports. Clerk Treasurer.
Yep, 2 quick things. First, I just want to remind everybody at home watching to download the Savvy Citizen app on your smartphone, so you can stay up to date on everything going on. You can also sign up online by going to savvycitizenapp.com, and you don't need to do it on your smartphone. Second, we have a request from the Environmental Sustainability Commission to renew our town's designation as an Indiana bird town through the Audubon Society. The application fee is $100. It's a biannual renewal. It did expire in April. Devin sent this request along. Part of his request says, maintaining this designation of ours since 2016 provides a meaningful value to the community that may indirectly influence municipal decision-making. Bird Town recognition helps to encourage ongoing public participation in bird conservation, habitat maintenance, and broader environmental awareness. In addition, it also gives local residents and visitors who enjoy birding a continued reason to stay engaged in local conservation efforts and community activities that center on wildlife appreciation. So if the council is good with renewing the Bird Town Indiana designation, I can help them with that application and let them know it's okay to proceed.
Okay. Now I look for a motion to approve, because we're gonna have the expenditure of $100 for the
Yep.
application.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions for Corinne on that? No, I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
All right. All in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you for that.
And that's it for me.
That's it, thank you. That was easy. Attorney, anything, Christopher?
No updates.
Police Department.
Just a quick report on Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend overall wasn't bad. Memorial Day itself, the weather was very nice. The beach was very, very busy. So I do appreciate the officers that worked that, and I know how frustrating that can be. But we are 1 out of our 3 major weekends down for the year. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is e-bikes. I know that whether it's social media or just amongst the officers, or I've gotten voicemails and email complaints about them, they are very much on our radar. It is something that we are looking at. We'll be working with the council, working with other agencies. I've sat with the National Park because they were looking at how to enforce their rules. It starts to get complicated with the different classes of the e-bikes. And in fact, when I was down at Chief School last month, when the topic of e-bikes got brought up, there was 30 or 40 chiefs in there that were just frustrated with them. So just wanted to notify the council that we were looking at it, and at the end of the day, even bicycles have to obey the rules of the road. So whether it's an e-bike or not, if someone's not operating one safely, welcome to call the police department and then make a report and we'll go out there. So, that is all that I have.
Chief Dickey, did you respond to our concerned citizen about the e-bike?
The email that we got today?
Yeah.
Not yet. That was something that I wanted to speak with the liaison about and
Okay, all right.
pretty much this whole topic. Yes, sir.
Chief, a follow-up on that, what is the main concerns you keep seeing? Is it just the speed of them when they?
It's the speed, a lot of them are on the sidewalks, and this isn't so much town of Porter, it's kind of the surrounding area. With the national park, it was on the Calumet Bike Trail. It's the speed at which they're operating, the fact that they're on the sidewalks, and then, I do know, cause I've seen them myself, Chesterton has had some issues with them riding in the roadway, which e-bike or regular bicycle, you cannot be operating in an unsafe manner, especially in the roadway, impeding traffic, so. Any other questions about that?
I passed some of the information down, I think Kelly passed to you, but I was.
Yeah, that-
on it too, so,
That'll definitely be a part of this, so.
yeah,
We will be addressing it.
right, and that's the big one, was that if they don't have pedals, they're not e-bikes.
Yeah, right, they're actual motor-driven cycles, so,
Yeah, like a
Yep.
little moped.
yep.
And, you know, it's golf cart season too, so.
That's,
tis
that's
the
another one,
season.
well, Kelly and I had a discussion about the golf carts too, is that, you know, we hope the officers are all aware of, kids can't be driving golf carts on the
Right.
street.
Right,
You have to be a licensed driver, and I see a lot of people that they're little kids, I see little kids driving them,
yep.
and it's not safe.
Yeah, our officers are aware, they see a juvenile driving a golf cart, they're getting stopped, so.
Things, right.
Yep.
I hope so, and it's all for the safety of the public, we're not trying to be spoilers of
Absolutely.
anybody's fun, it's just,
Yeah, and
Public
I don't
and
want this to
safety of
come
kids.
down as, you know, the police department's gonna single out e-bikes, it's that we don't want anybody to get hurt. The last thing that we want is for someone to get hurt on an e-bike or any bicycle, so.
right, we don't want Jay to have to go out there and scrape them up off the pavement.
Very unplanned.
All right, anything else on the,
That is it from me,
I'm sure we'll have more discussions on this later throughout
absolutely.
the season, but, all right, thank you, Dan. Fire Department, Chief Craig.
Relatively slow holiday weekend, I think. We ran 12 calls from Friday to Monday, nothing overly major. Today we started, was our first day of the part-time staffing. First day was busy. I think they ran 4 calls, checked a bunch of trucks, fixed a bunch of stuff on station. We're still asking for more even though we went out the door every hour or so. So first day went really well. Looking forward to having that the rest of the summer. And that is all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Public Works Department,
23rd Street and our other streets that we paved this year are done. 23rd Street, Cheston, rightly so, put up some speed signs for the people, because fresh pavement means fast speeds. But I'd like to thank Vic again for everything he did. For a couple hours worth of overtime, we saved a substantial sum of money with doing that in-house rather than contracting it out. But everything went well and no surprises, so we're gonna continue to do that in the future.
yeah, good. I almost feel better having our guys inspect it over paying someone to inspect it. I think
Yep.
we're getting, definitely more bang for our buck. So, thank you for that, Jamie. Anything else? That's,
Nothing this time. Next meeting, I'll have some business for us. If the council has a chance, during the next couple of weeks, give me a call. I'd like to talk about, possibly, on our list is a mini excavator, and, talk to everybody about that and why, I think now would be a good time to get it, and, what we're looking to accomplish with that, if the council has some time, a few minutes to go over that, because I think if we could get it sooner rather than later, we could take care of some stormwater projects. But that's all I got for tonight.
all right, thank you. Park Department, Brian.
I've only got 2 things. First is we had our Memorial Day event at the park yesterday. I wanted to say thank you again to the fire department for being our Honor Guard, Legion Post 170, and VFW Post 2511 had representation there. All three towns had somebody there to either present a wreath or and read something at the event. So, and then we also had members of the Chesterton High School band there providing music for the event. So all around, I think it went pretty well, and I haven't heard any complaints. So thanks to everybody for coming out.
I'd say it went very well, Brian.
All right. And then the other thing that I have, Trent being here earlier reminded me, I'd like to have a request to waive the park rental fees for the Chesterton Porter Rotary Club's use of the park for the 4th of July event. We have them fill out a standard rental agreement for that, but in the past we have waived the fees so that they're not going to have a burden of that. So.
I think it makes sense. We waive the fees. They make a big contribution to the town.
Yes, they do.
So, yeah, look for a motion to approve waiving the fee for the Chesterton Porter Rotary Club for the 4th of July Fest.
I'll make that motion.
One second.
The motion is second. Any questions for Brian regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
That's it.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
We'll move on to Building Commissioner, Director of Development. Michael's not here. He has 9 contractors that have paid their fees and met the requirements for approval. I look for a motion to approve the 9 contractors.
So move.
A motion, to have a second? Any questions regarding the contractors? Hearing none, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I don't think Michael had anything else that I was aware of. He didn't.
No, he said he had nothing else.
Okay. We'll move on to public hearing, appropriation of proceeds of the general obligation bond. I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna ask the attorney here from Barnes and Thornburg to give us a little.
Good evening, Council President Lopez and members of the Portertown Council. My name is Dustin Weeks with the law firm of Barnes and Thornburg LLP, and so excited to be with you this evening for my first time in Porter, Indiana, a lovely town. So at the council's last meeting, there was the approval of an issuance of $1.65 million of general obligation bonds of the town of Porter, which the Barnes and Thornburg team, along with the town council's municipal advisor, Baker Tilly, are currently in the process of selling those to the Indiana Bond Bank through their application process. When that sale is complete and the proceeds of the bonds come to the town, those bond proceeds are in excess of the town's budgeted sort of funds and your ordinary annual tax levy, and so there is a need under Indiana code to conduct a public hearing on the appropriation of those additional extra budget funds. And so this evening we will give the public an opportunity to comment on the necessity of appropriating those proceeds. The appropriation is for the use of the bond proceeds for the project that was provided in the bond ordinance, which is the acquisition of public safety fire equipment and then additional capital improvements as needed with any excess funds. So happy to answer any questions that the council might have or that the public might have.
Okay, so we'll open the meeting up at 7:20 for public comment. Public, anybody that wants to speak either in favor or against the distribution of the general obligation bond? Going once? I think it's, as we discussed, we did our due diligence on this, and the purchase of the fire truck came at a good time, and we saved a lot of money purchasing it. You guys were able to put this all together between Barnes and Thornburg and Baker Tilly and Corinne and fire department. We got everything to get this together very quickly, made it happen. It all worked out well for us, I think, so. At this time, I'll say nobody here wants to speak either for or against. We'll close the public hearing. And I thank you. We'll move on to old business. Old business ordinance 2026-09. Ordinance 2026-09, an ordinance of the Town Council of the Town of Porter, Indiana, appropriating the proceeds derived from the sale of the general obligation bond and all matters related thereto. So this is, as Dustin spoke, on how we'll distribute the money. Mostly it's gonna go to paying for the new fire truck, and there'll be some other capital projects. This is the second reading. I'd look for a motion to approve ordinance 2026-09.
So move.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any questions regarding ordinance 2026-09? Have a roll call vote, please, Corinne?
Don Kraft,
Aye.
James Burge,
Aye.
Kelly Kierman,
Yes.
Bill Lopez.
Aye. Very well. Ordinance 2026-09 is approved. We move forward. We'll move on. Next is, on the agenda was the mutual termination of the agreement between the towns of Chesterton and the town of Porter for the consolidation of certain police services. This is just an agreement between the two towns to or that stating we're gonna consolidate our police services to the county's 911, and that we will be terminating the current 911 center to town share. It's just to make sure we're all together before we move forward with anything else. We're trying to get all the pieces in line, not trying to rush it or anything. We just wanna get part A before we do part B and part C.
Yeah.
So, I think we've had some discussions about it, everybody's had some time to think about it. I look for a motion to approve the mutual termination agreement.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
A motion, a second, any questions regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. That's all for old business. New business, we have a letter of engagement from Barnes and Thornburg for bond counsel services. We're a little behind the process here, but that's understandable, the way this all worked out.
I'm happy to explain.
Sure, if you would like, that's great. Thank you, Dustin.
Council President Lopez, members of the council, Dustin Meeks again. Entirely my fault. We were so thrilled and excited to get to work with you on the general obligation bonds, but that news came to me as I was departing the office to get on a plane, and so the engagement letter that was supposed to go with all of the stuff to Corinne did not, and so that is why it is here this evening, and I apologize that it didn't get out of my office on time. So we're formalizing the hiring after we've approved it, but there's still half of the process to go, before. So I apologize that the letter didn't get to you until tonight's town council meeting. That's my bad. Tom did his part. I was the one who goofed, so
No
apologies.
problem. And Christopher, you had time to review it, and
I have, and I just want to point out, you previously approved using Barnes and Thornburg.
Right.
So
Council.
that part, this is the formality and ultimately something that is standard and customary. I have, to answer your question, reviewed it and find it acceptable.
thank you. Okay, so I look for a motion to approve the engagement letter from Barnes and Thornburg.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're good on that. Boy, we're out of things here. Agenda's out, that was fast. We'll move on to council comments.
Real quick, I just want to say again, Brian did a great job with the Memorial Day service. I appreciate all the hard work you put into that, and working with 3 different towns is not easy, so good job, sir.
My pleasure.
I said just a quick update on just with NERC. There's always lots of things going on with NERC, but a small thing that folks could be aware of, if you ever come across potholes, a lot of the potholes have been fixed from earlier this spring from the freeze thaw. But if anybody comes across one on a state road, really any road for that matter, but mainly state roads, they can just call 855-INDOT 4U, and that's the number 4 in the letter U, to report potholes.
Well, that's good to know.
It immediately gets to the LaPorte substation, and then they get the crews out to take a look at and/or coordinate with the municipalities wherever it happens to be. And just for those that aren't familiar with NERC, it's Northern Indiana Regional Planning Commission. The town of Porter is one of 53 entities that make up NERC. There are 41 municipalities, 2 townships, 3 county surveyors, and 1 appointee from the governor that comprises NERC. And we decide all of the issues, all the federal grants, all the federal funding for transportation, environmental, economic type things that would impact the entire region being Lake County, Porter County, and LaPorte County. So if there's ever any topics or anything, I am our town's representative on NERC. If anybody was the public or any department heads or anything, you have anything specific, let me know, and I'll get you to the right people. There's some meetings I'd like to put together in the next probably 4 to 6 weeks with some of our department heads, just so they get introduced if they don't already know some of the individuals at NERC who control the purse strings and control the process, so they understand whenever there's ideas that come up, so we have a fair shot at getting access to those funds and leveraging their support for projects we may do in the future.
Good to know, good information.
Good.
That's all I have.
Ellie, anything, you got anything you want to bring up?
I wanted to talk about flotation devices at the beach and how life jackets need to be worn. It is an Indiana state law, and so many people come out here and don't realize that they need them, and then they are shocked when they are being talked to by the national parks. And if you're an adult, you have to have it on with you, but if you're a child 16 and under, it's mandatory that they wear them.
Whenever they're on
The
a
paddleboard,
or a
kayak,
or any kind of
canoe,
watercraft.
watercraft, they must wear them,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, no, people need to be more careful at the beach. A lot of people aren't aware of the hazards, they're not from the area, they don't know the hazards of the Lake Michigan. We don't wanna have Jay running down there to pull them out of the water either, scraping them off the pavement, pulling them out of the water. But, yeah, no, it's very serious. I know, and I noticed even on my Ring doorbell, it was giving me updates on beach hazards. now,
Yes,
Which I found kinda interesting, but,
Savvy's been giving us
Yeah.
updates on the weather and beach hazards.
right, we want everyone to have a safe and fun summer, but safety first.
Yeah.
Again, Brian, I'd like to thank you too for your work with the Memorial Day presentation. I'm sorry I couldn't be there this year. I always enjoy being there, though. It is a nice program.
Thank you.
That's all I have. With that, I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
So, second.